I get your name and badge number?
Yeah, Cynthia Atkins, badge number 5.
Okay. And are you a supervisor with the GBI?
I am.
Okay. What was your title?
Inspector.
Inspector. Thank you, Inspector. So, I was filming at the Rome Law Enforcement Center in Rome, Georgia.
Law Enforcement Center.
It's a law enforcement center. That's what it's called, the Law Enforcement Center in Rome.
Like the police department or the sheriff's
Yeah,
office?
it's the police department, I believe, but I believe it's also like for the county. Some law enforcement center. That's what it says. I'm not familiar. I was just taking some pictures and video over there, and I believe the GBI. I believe there was in some type of meeting at this specific location, and I was taking some pictures and video in the parking garage and outside of the building and publicly accessible areas. And 3 GBI agents came up to me and said, "What are you doing?" Started questioning me. I told them I'm an independent journalist, just taking some pictures and video, nothing crazy. And I said, "Can I get same way I asked you? Can I get your name and badge number, sir?" They flipped their badge around, the one you have hanging from your chest right there. They flipped it around so I couldn't see it, and refused to identify themselves to me. They said, "I'm not identifying myself to you. Please, can I get your name and badge number so I know who I'm talking to?" They wouldn't identify themselves. A GBI agent told me, "Give me your ID right now because you're being suspicious." I said, "Sir, in the state of Georgia, in order to identify somebody, you need reasonable articulable suspicion that a crime is being committed. So what crime do you suspect me of committing?" And he said, and I quote, "Because I signed my driver's license, because I have a signed driver's license, that gives law enforcement the right to demand ID from anybody who is, from anybody, just because you sign your driver's license." I said, "Sir, that's really scary information because that's just not, that's
in my face, sorry.
That's okay. That's not accurate, And if you're telling that to citizens, there was 3 of them, 3 GBI agents. 2 of them never identified themselves to me. I believe somebody told them to just go away and they left. One of them did, the one that said that anybody who signs their driver's license has to give it to a law enforcement at any time, or they can be subject to arrest.
Right.
I said, "That's bad information, sir. And if you're peddling that to the public, somebody who doesn't know their rights, that can be dangerous because you would be violating their 4th Amendment right of seizing their identity." And he said, "My name's Agent Jones, badge number 148. So I wanted to just submit a complaint. Maybe we can get some further education at the GBI on, properly identifying somebody that is not engaged in any criminal activity. In fact, I was engaged in a constitutionally protected activity at the time."